Hello, and welcome to VIDMAS Day 10, and welcome to part 2 of a mansion speed build. So in part 1, I said this would be a two-part build. Yeah, it's going to be a lot longer than that. This build is taking forever, but I'm actually really happy with how it's coming together, and it's one of my first ever, proper mansions in The Sims. At least it's the first one I've ever filmed. Like, I've kind of done mansions in the past, but nothing like this. But anyway, yeah, this is definitely a mansion. We are going to be doing the dining room, the bathrooms, and a couple of the bedrooms. We won't complete the inside of the build, but we are definitely getting closer. And in real life, I've completed the mansion. I'm still working on the basement, which is where the maids, the cleaners, and the butlers sleep. Um, but yeah, and then we just have to do a little bit of, you know, landscaping and extra detail. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, please do leave them in the comments below because, as I said, I am still currently building this lot. So if you have any input or anything special you want to see, there is, a pretty good likelihood that I can make it work for you. So this is the very grand 14-seater table. Is that what you call it? 14-seated? There's a 14 seats at this dining table, nonetheless. Um, this room is good, but it's a very, very formal dining room. But I kind of wish there was more artwork on the walls. I feel like because we have so much old furniture in the house and the floors are kind of dark and the walls are very detailed, it feels a bit more dark than usual for me. So now I'm overcompensating with so many windows because I don't want it to feel dingy. But then there's nowhere for the art. So yeah, that was a really long way to say there's a lot of windows in this room and not a lot of artwork. I do really like how this room came together though. I think it's kind of empty, but it's also quite detailed. And it's a big room. Like, I feel like I could make a whole house. Well, I know I can make a whole house in that single room. But we go upstairs now and we do add a couple of rooms to the upstairs landing. Now, I know in the previous video I said, oh, well, this maybe isn't really a mansion because there's not enough bedrooms. But we definitely fix that by adding these couple of rooms onto that side of the landing, and I think it works a lot better. Like, it was nice having the whole landing free, but you still have the other side, and when you break it down and go to a normal Sims house, it's massive. So I think we'll cope. I'm just placing some windows because obviously I forgot to do that. And we get started on the master suite, but we don't actually finish the master suite. So we have a platform for the master suite or the master bedroom, and then we've got spandrels around the platform to make a feature. I really struggled with this. I spent a lot of time trying to make curtains work around the spandrels, but it was not working. So we're just going with the spandrels. There's also a bit of spare space in this room, but because it's such a massive space, and because this whole side of the house is the master bedroom wing. So you walk into the bedroom, and then you go down a hallway that's off your master bedroom. You have a sauna, a dressing table, not a dressing table, a sauna, a bathroom, a walking robe, and then a study and a, what do you call it? Sitting area, I guess. Also, yes, I had to go onto Twitter or whatever. So yeah, bad editing on my behalf. Oh well. It's also very blue in this room, and there are some empty spaces, but you have so much in this side of the house that it's well, I can't just fill it up. I mean, maybe I could have put another seat in here or something, but oh well. We do go pretty crazy with the decorations. I find this urn that's, perfect for the color theme, and I decided to put a bush in it. So we go with this bush here, which I think looks great, and it's, just a bit of interest. And I do like how that pot seems to work really well with a number of different vases sized up, which is cool. So now we are finishing up the finer details and working on the walking robe, which is super fancy. You have these Get Famous closets with really fancy doors on front, and then that area which you saw a brief glimpse of is going to become like a study and sitting area with a fireplace for the master bedroom. This is the bathroom, and it's actually in hindsight a tiny bit small. I decided to have the bathroom in the very middle of the room because I felt like that was quite fancy. We have two showers and everything is gold. It's nearly tacky, but I feel like it suits the house really well. I also love that marble on the flooring, and I wish we had that in a wall tile. No, it's a floor tile then. This is the landing of the upstairs. So we have a chess table. We also have like a TV sitting area. I guess you would call this like a informal lounge room. You have your formal like drawing room or formal sitting area downstairs next door to the dining room, but this is probably where you would come to hang out if you actually lived in the house. I don't know. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I put a TV up here. At least I hope I do. These three shaped coffee tables nearly happened, but I did at last minute swap them out for these rounder ones, which probably suit the space better. But yeah, those Snowy Escape ones are so versatile, and that is something I like about the Snowy Escape stuff. I think that the pack as a whole is quite versatile. You can make it, um, quite themed if you want, but you can also use the furniture in a whole variety of themed builds, and it works. We have a lot of random decorations in this house, and every time I come back to this house to, add to it and build more, I find random stuff in my household inventory. So things are getting deleted, obviously, and I don't know where they're coming from. So yeah, that's going to be an issue. We have double doors in nearly all the rooms in this house too, which is pretty cool. So those are two bedrooms coming up, and we start with the bathrooms. We pretty much make them identical. Actually, no, this is the powder bedroom. Powder bedroom, great words. This is the powder bathroom. I don't know why that was so difficult for me to say. Oh my goodness. And there's a lot of artwork here. It's very extravagant. Everything about this house is like way over the top, to be honest. So now what are we going to do? We're going to work on the bathrooms like I thought we were going to work on them before. Yeah, so they have, pretty fancy bathrooms. Really all the bathrooms in this place, if it's like connected to a hallway, it's only a powder room. So, sink and toilet. But if it's connected to a bedroom, it's going to have your shower, your bath, your sink, and your toilet. So, I mean, I guess if you are wealthy, you don't want people seeing your baths. I also find these gold flooring details thing, I don't know what you call it, from Get Famous, and they work so well on the marble and, fit the extravagant theme of the house really well. Also, that magic realm of magic toilet works really well in fancy houses. I don't think I've ever used that toilet before, but it went so well with my color theme and the theme. Like, I don't need extra details on my toilets normally. But for this build, it was like, yep, the more details, the better. I also laid two sets of curtains onto that window for additional privacy, and I think it ended up looking pretty good. Those two bedrooms are pretty much identical, to be honest. I didn't feel like there was a massive need to, like, make them different. I mean, when you've got marble and gold everywhere, you've got marble and gold everywhere, basically. So yeah, we are now going to get started on a guest suite. So in all the bedrooms, except for the master bedroom, they're all pretty much the same. They pretty much have all the same stuff in them, except, different beds and different color themes. But, there's unnecessary decorations and whatnot as well. So this bed is, I think, from the Vampire Pack, and I never use it, like, for obvious reasons, but it's actually really well, defined and really just blends into this build perfectly. Honestly, it's not until you do like a themed build that you realize how amazing The Sims is. Well, that's my belief anyway. We are actually nearly at the end of this video. There will be more videos coming up for this mansion speed build. If you have any ideas, let me know, because your input can be, put into the builds. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.